Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a Sunday special. Welcome, welcome. This is Conversations with Selena. If this is your first time, that says it's time to pray. So we're going to go ahead on and start this live off with a quick prayer, another prayer, because we just prayed backstage. But I just want to say, Lord, we just give you the thanks and praise on today for Conversations with Selena, all of the current guests, previous guests, even the guests that are to come. Lord, we just ask that you continue to bless this platform, bless the people that are in attendance, the sponsors, everyone that is watching. Lord, whoever we're connected to, we're just believing that they're going to prosper and we're all going to win. WIN, we are all winners. And I just give you all the thanks and praise. That caught me off guard. I didn't think it was 3:33 just that fast. But hey, I promised the Lord that every time that I went live, I was going to tell him thank you, because it is because of him that we have this platform. And so on today, I'm super excited about my special guest. That's why I'm calling it a special Sunday, because she is very near and dear to my heart. I am going to give you a moment to share the video, and then we'll come back and introduce our guest for today. All right, so you all take a moment, go share this video, and we'll be right back. Well, if you hadn't guessed it already, it is the beautiful JALICIA Richard, and she is here with me today. And I just want to tell you a little bit about her. You saw some of the amazing things that she's been doing, not just in our community, but she has been traveling across the country in order to gain knowledge so that she can bring it back and have these amazing femininity brunches and seminars, trainings, and just growing. She is expanding and just, when I say soaring, we had these conversations just a couple years ago, and it was in the infancy stage, and now we're already eagle. We are soaring, wings like eagles and soaring. Let me just tell you, because I've witnessed it with my own eyes. But I'm going to introduce to you my friend. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. It looked like you were shaking your head. I didn't know something had went wrong. So, okay. Miss JALICIA Richard, she is the beautiful wife of Mr. Alvin Richard. They are the owners of Manners to Grace, is an organization that teaches and educates adolescents on etiquette, mannerisms, and effective social and professional life skills. JALICIA is a certified etiquette consultant and a Christian femininity consultant. She is also the proud owners of a Christian femininity ministry worthy of royalty. So I just want to introduce to you on today, because I'm going to let her finish her own bio, Miss JALICIA N. Richard. Woo, woo, give a warm welcome. Welcome, girl.
Thank you.
So, is there anything else that you wanted to add to your bio that I may have missed? Because that was short. That was like a little snippet of it.
You said it. You said a mouthful. I believe that you said a mouthful, but the most important thing is I am a child of God. So that's the most out of that whole bio that goes out the window. That goes out the window because I am a child of God, and that is the forefront of my life and who I am. So I'm just excited and honored that to be on your live, Sunshine. It really means a lot. Thank you for having me, girl.
Girl, yes, indeed. Thank you for supporting Conversations with Selena. You are one of the
Yes,
proud sponsors of Conversations with Selena. And, we've had conversations on the backside to encourage one another, to inspire, to motivate, and then share information. Because a lot of times, even your sister, she's the one that loves to share information as well. Because
yes.
sometimes people know things that can help you get to the next level and they'll keep it to themselves. But you and your family, they're not like that at all. If you can help, you help. And I just want to say publicly, thank you so much for sponsoring Conversations with Selena because we support one another.
Oh, yes, of course, no problem. I see your ministry, I see your heart behind it, I see your vision behind it, and I'm with you and I'm behind you 100%. We in this together. There's no big I's and little U's. We are in this together. We are in this together to soar together. And that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're here for. That's what we placed on this earth to do. And we're gonna soar and we're gonna do it together.
And the part that I love about it, I know you're saying that we're doing it together, but the part that I love about doing it together is you didn't start out up here and I started out down here. Like we were both talking about these visions together. And, they say don't despise small beginnings. So when people are in their infancy stage, that's when you are to encourage them to, hey, keep going. You may not see the how, but that's where your faith is activated. You are not supposed to know how it's going to happen because then why would you even need faith if you knew the when, the what, the how, and all of the details about it? But you're just encouraging from that place of love in the beginning, nurturing and helping that person to nurse their baby until they can get up, crawl, and then walk, and then run, and then soar. And it feels like for you, you done just kind of like leap past some of those other the crawling and the walking and stumbling and falling. You make it seem so effortlessly. And it's because I know it's because you're putting God at the forefront of everything that you do, and he's placed amazing people, your family, your mother-in-law, your mother-in-law. I'm sorry, because there's no in-laws over there. Y'all are just family. That's your bonus
Yeah,
mom.
yeah.
She's your bonus mom, your cheerleader, and your family just shows up. So
Oh, yes,
they
yes.
do. So
Oh, yes, yes, yes. And like you said, um, you reiterated what the word of God said, despise not small beginning, for
mhm.
I rejoice in the work that's begun, and um it don't matter, it doesn't matter how small it is, God can expand it, He can grow it, He can elevate it. He just wants you to start it. That's all. He just
Mhm.
wants you to start it. So, like I said, I'm excited to be here with you. I'm honored. I'm so honored to be here with you on today.
I knew it was gonna happen if I didn't put it on silent. Nobody's called me all day.
And it seems like that's how it always works. That's just like when I'm about to go to sleep and I'm about to take a nap. Nobody called, nobody text, but as soon as I get in a deep sleep in my nap, somebody called. That's how I be.
It's okay though.
Yeah.
Put it on silent. I turn it on silent. So yeah, and I think that's the most discouraging thing about it sometimes when you're in the small beginning stages of it, is that you have somebody that'll share their vision, like
Yeah.
their prophetic word that God has given them about you and what you're doing. And then you have somebody else that comes and kind of not even take the hose pipe and
Yeah.
and and shower it down, but they take these little sprinkles, these little digs, like, well, maybe it's not this, or man, maybe you shouldn't be doing that, or maybe, and you're like, no, but I'm really excited about it. Well, maybe. And I thought to myself, there goes time, tell me it's time to pray again. That didn't mute. We prayed already, Siri. We prayed already. Thank you for the reminder though. So it's just like you have to be careful who you tell your vision to, who you share your excitement with, because even the people that you think are going to be excited with you and for you and supporting you and cheering you on, they're the ones that don't even watch their words. It's like, well, I don't know about that. And I don't, because when you shared it to me, I'm like, girl, you got to think, we're going to think big. And it didn't take you long. You just caught on to the vision because God gave it to you. But then he puts other people in our place to help us really see our value and what we have to offer. And so you've taken, I know one of those last clips were you teaching young adults how to do their resume and having events for the young children on etiquette. And now this thing has like quickly evolved into like VIP experiences and all sorts of things that empower women, and they're coming to your event and they're having breakthroughs and encounters and things like that. So tell us from the first time that you had a brunch, or you could start even further back if you choose to, but I'm just trying to give you a starting point. You can start from when you first started to the first brunch up until now, or you can just go to the first brunch up until now, whichever the Lord put on your heart. But tell us just how it has evolved and transformed into what it is today.
Well, I actually started, well, let's go back a little bit past the brunch. I actually started doing Minister Grace around COVID time when COVID first started. Um, and I had a vision and a plan to do the etiquette and the manners and teaching life skills and empowering young ladies, empowering children and things like that, and hosting and doing different mannerism classes and things like that. And I still do those. I still offer those. But since then, God has expanded my mindset and He has expanded my growth. And He has evolved me and took me to another realm to, offer something else outside of just the mannerisms and the etiquette. And he encouraged me and called me to host these femininity brunches. And my first femininity brunch I hosted was in 2021, at the beginning of 2021. And I had a mindset when he gave me the vision, I thought it was just going to be more so, okay, we're going to do a femininity brunch. We're going to gather women together and we're going to talk about self-care. We're going to talk about some of the things that we do as ladies to take care of ourselves, our natural bodies, our physical bodies, and things like that. And that's what I thought it was going to be. But as the roads had continued to come and the next ones had came, it went another way. And I believe it went in the way that He wanted it to go. So it basically evolved and expanded from just us talking about our self-care needs to life-changing transformational brunches. So I started when God had placed this in my heart. I thought basically that it was just going to be in that area, the self-care. We're going to talk about our business, talk about self-care, but God, said, that was the mind I had. But He, I took my hands off of it, and He performed the things that He wanted to do. I came from, basically, the reasoning behind it is for women to find out what's on His heart, what's on the heart of Christ concerning them. Because we, as women, we have struggled before, or still is continuing struggling with our self-worth, our self-esteem, our self-confidence, our identity, our self-value, and things like that. So God had called me to be an advocate to remind ladies of who they are and who they really are in Him. And just by doing these events, I have seen like transformational life-changing a transformational life change happen in the hearts of these women just by attending these brunches. So that's basically what it is. being crowned with Christ's remembrance, his presence concerning us through self-care. What's on his heart? What is he saying about us? What is he saying about us? Or we need to be reminded of what he has said about us, saying about us, because sometimes we'll think and we'll listen to other voices and other people and other different, compare ourselves to other situations and things like that, that we forget about who we are in the kingdom, who we are in God. So that's what these femininity brunches are all about. Is for women to come together, to be crowned, to be reminded of what Christ says about us, who Christ the reason why Christ died for us. And that's the meaning and the purpose behind it. I came from a place where I suffered with my with low self-esteem. I suffered with self-worth, self-doubt, self-value. Used to try to find validation in other people, trying to compare myself to other people and things like that. So I found myself in a lost place in that area. I found myself trying to fit in with the wrong crowd. Found myself trying to do things that would allow people to accept me. And because why? I forgot who I was. I forgot who I came from and who I belonged to. And that's the reason why I wanted to extend the love and extend what God has delivered me from for to other women.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like when you started that, did you still struggle a little bit with self-confidence and self-worth or any of the self-esteem whenever you first started?
Um, I don't think I actually struggled with it. Those little thoughts would try to come back up though. It would try to come back up, but I knew that it wasn't thoughts of God, anyways. But it did try to come back up because it I didn't struggle with it, but those thoughts did come up. And one of those thoughts was self-doubt. I was doubting myself, like, people not gonna come. People not going to show up, or it's just me, people not going to, so I was still getting those little thoughts in my head, but I had to move forward, and I had to be obedient to what God had wanted me to do, because I know who I am. And I
Mm-hmm.
want people to realize, and women to realize, and to be reminded of who they are too. So it did kind of, some of those thoughts did try to come back up, but I don't believe that I just actually struggled with it, and whatnot. But yeah,
You still have to fight against it.
you
And so
still, yeah,
people try to come and they'll make you feel like you're not in a place where you can help other people. So I ask you that question just to say, once we attend, let's say, a brunch and a conference and things like that, you have to go back into the real world, and reality kind of sets in, like, oh, that was just that weekend, and you still got self-doubt and nobody's going to show up. You have to still have a mindset to be prepared to fight against some of those thoughts. So it may not have been a struggle, but it's definitely a conversation that comes up in your own mind. And so you're never completely free, so to speak, of how do I want to say it, in ways that you can help people, even though you still are questioning yourself. Does that make sense? Like, I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want anybody to think that you have to be 100%, because who's perfect? Like, that's not a thing. We're
no,
striving for excellence. We're striving to do the best that we can, and you can help people where you are. I
yeah,
believe that because I know that I help people, but and I'm going to continue to help people from where I am along this journey as I'm healing, as I'm evolving, as I'm growing, getting knocked down, getting back up. That helps people to see you're not perfect. You have your own issues, and whether it's self-doubt or self-confidence, um, it comes
yeah,
up in your thoughts. And so
yeah,
you have to have the whole armor on to fight against it. And you have to have a mindset of, I'm not going to let this take me out. I'm not going to let the words of other people get me discouraged, saying that I should be this, that, or the other, or try to diminish my dreams, because I'm like, we need to surround ourselves around other women who are striving. Like you and I had a conversation, and I'm not trying to take over your conversation.
No, you're good.
Conversation about VIP. So this particular brunch, you're offering an extension of the brunch. And
Yes,
so the extension is VIP. And you said, wherever I go, that's what I want. I want the VIP experience. Why? Because I'm royalty. I'm a child of the king. So if they have a step up, a level up, I know that's what he wants for me. And that's what I want for me. And you're taking this experience that you went around the country, you've attended things this past year that we're like, okay, like we're watching you go here and do this and do that, and then you're bringing it back home to us for us to experience the VIP things that you went out and you've experienced. You're bringing it right on home and say, listen, I went to this event over here in Atlanta, I went to Hawaii over here, I went over there. And not in a bragging way. You're not prideful about it. It's just,
right.
I'm doing these things so that I can elevate, I can go higher and bring these brunches to a totally different level, not in self, but because God has put this in me. Okay, this is what I need for you to do. If you're going to talk royalty, we got to be royalty. You just can't say, oh, I'm a daughter of the king, and then you going to Motel 6. You know,
Six.
we want
Correct.
to be, we want to be at the where did we go? The Four Seasons, or we went on that last brunch
Those
together.
4 seasons. Yeah.
The seasons and higher. You know, I
Yeah.
can't think of one that's even better than that. But every round goes higher and higher,
Higher and higher.
better. So it
Yeah.
might be Four Seasons this year, and then it goes to the next level. And you want women who have the mindset that want to go with you. You know, this time next year, you don't want to be in the same spot. You
Right.
want to continue to grow, and that's what you're bringing. So it's not just one brunch. We got a brunch in the spring. We got a brunch in the fall. We're gonna have a brunch. You know, it's to show that, hey, stay connected, stay getting yourself in a place where you can, if there's something still on you, you come back, you surrender, you break free, because it's just a different world out there,
Yeah.
and people are reached in different ways, in different places, in different platforms. And we all, y'all know I say it almost every live, we all have our assignments. And so this is your assignment, and you're doing it from a place of excellence. Just know that.
Thank you. Yes. This is in a like you said the right word, an assignment. This is a task that I have to do. And this is a task that was given by God. So I have to perform this task. I have to perform these duties. I have to perform this assignment with excellence. And you said something about people say, "Oh, I'm a child of God. I'm a daughter of the King," but they don't have that mindset. You got to have it. If you say you're a daughter of the king or something like that, you have to have that mindset that come along with being a daughter of the king.
Mhm.
When we are a daughter of the king, a king, they have power. They have authority. So because we are a part of a king's family, whatever he has, we can have. So we have to get out of the mindset of a mediocre mindset and start putting on the mindset of royalty. I can do all things through Christ. I can have this. I can have that. So it's just basically I'm performing my duties and I'm performing the assignment that God has given me to do in this time and in this season. And I have to do it with obedience.
Mhm.
It's thundering outside.
Huh?
I said it's thundering outside.
Yeah,
But
I hear it too. It's the
uh,
same here. But so yeah, so let me say this, because it's not to insult anybody,
it's
because
not. It's not.
sometimes sometimes financially, because when I made that statement, it's like, we're all in different places. I remember um I I used to be friends. I seem like I've always been friends with people older and then better financially than me. So every time we would go somewhere, I'd be like, oh my goodness, I can't afford this restaurant. I can't afford this restaurant. But even though it's a stretch, sometimes you have to stretch in order to experience a different type of life. You have to create the life that you want. God has put it here for us, and we look at it like it's over there for those people or it's not obtainable for me, but it is. It's just you have to learn how to have it. You have to learn how to get it. And it's not just about the financial part. We want to have peace in our mind. We want to be free in our mind because that's priceless. But then on top of that, we want to experience some VIP situations as well. I know I do, and I'm not going to be ashamed to say it. Like um the last brunch that you and I attended together, it was amazing. I'm
Yes.
looking forward to this brunch right here that you see behind me because I signed up for this one right here. You see it say VIP? Sunshine signed up for VIP because I'm a king. I'm a daughter of the king, and he wants me to have what? The royal experience. And then we're gonna go over to the brunch the next day. It's called Brunch and Care, and we're gonna have an encounter, which I also need because I had an encounter at baby. we went to the what did they call it? It was the retreat from First Cornerstone. I don't know if they had a name to it, but anyway, it was First Cornerstone's retreat just a
Treat,
few.
yeah.
Yes, and it was amazing. I just cried out and cried out and cried out. So
Yeah.
I cannot wait until, we're able to go to this brunch and just learn more about what God's expectations are of us and surrender if we have anything left. Like if we said yes, but we really didn't say yes in a way that surrendered all, that we can do that. And you have a speaker. Let's see, what's her name?
Yes.
Jessica.
Lady, yes, Lady Jessica Beard,
Mhm.
and she is a firehouse she is a firehouse. So she's going to be there to impart what God has given her into us. And I'm excited. I'm like super excited to have her. I'm super excited for what God is going to do through her and speak to her, to us. And I'm excited. Like even just the last one, the last ones that we had women just crying out. We had women, laying prostrate and crying out, to God and things like that, from the 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 spirit that was there, from the last one. And, I'm expecting God to do, I'm expecting the Holy Spirit to do the same thing, but more and but greater than what he did the last time. So I'm excited to have Lady Jessica Beard with us on October 8th on that Saturday, to bring forth what God is giving her into our hearts as his daughters.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'm excited about the VIP. I'm excited about the brunch weekend in its entirety. Like the VIP is my first time. It's the first time add on. I've never done the VIP experience, and this will be a first time addition to the brunch experience that's going to happen on Saturday. So I'm super, super over the top excited for this particular weekend, as we are all going to be just treated as royal daughters in the kingdom. We're going to be all catered to, all the women are going to be catered to, all the women, it's going to be an encounter. It's going to be an encounter, and I'm super excited. And I'm super ready for the encounter and the spirit of God that's going to rest, that's going to rule, and that's going to abide into the hearts of the brunch in itself. I'm excited for what he's going to do, what all that's going to be taking place that weekend. It's going to be a royal weekend. It's going to be a weekend of luxury. It's going to be a weekend of elegance. It's just going to be a weekend of just restoration. It's going to be a weekend of renewal. It's going to be just it's going to be a all excuse me. It's going to be a all over the top weekend. So I'm excited about the brunch that weekend.
Well, I'm excited too because let me tell
I
you.
remember when you had got your ticket. You got your ticket, and I think you had called me or you had texted me. You said, "I am in there." I was like, "Okay."
I'm in there, girl. I am in there because there was one that you had, and Sunshine have the nerve like to be like, "Oh, Jalicia got me. I ain't got to worry. I told her I'm coming, so she know I'm coming." And when I went, I was on Facebook and it said sold out. It said sold out. I called. I was like, "Girl, did you sell out for real?" She said, "You shouldn't have waited." I said, "Oh my God, I cannot believe it." And so, because I came to the very first one,
Yeah.
and now I'm coming to the very first one with the VIP. And so automatically, I just feel special. I always have because I've supported it from the beginning, and it just has a special place in my heart. Um,
Mhm. Mhm.
I wouldn't want to miss it. And when you do and you see the testimonials about it, you're like, oh man, I missed another
Yeah.
one. But this time I didn't even check to see if Joshua had a game because I know one of the last ones he had a game. So I'm trying to support them. And he's so easy and laid back. He's like, Mama, it's okay. I'll have another one. I have another game. Just go ahead on. So I don't know if he has one or not, but he might as well expect not to see his mama at that one if it's that weekend. His brother
Yeah.
better go support it. But it's just time for us as women, whether you have children or not, to go and have an experience, a
Mhm.
VIP experience. And then the next day go back. You might have an encounter and an experience the first day, and then an encounter and an experience the next day. So we're not trying to say it's one or the other. It's both. It's an experience and an encounter type of a weekend. It is called the VIP Royal Weekend. That's what
Yes.
it's gonna be.
Yes.
And if you do this day right here, just know that's your bonus day. That's what that
That's
is.
your bonus day. Yes. That's your bonus day.
That's your bonus day. And I'm just excited about it because I know whenever I signed up for the one that we did with Tarantula, I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. And I waited, Mr. Procrastinator over here. I waited. Do you know she opened it back up because there was one spot left? She said
Wow.
it's in the front. She said, but if you want it, I'll open it up because I only have that one spot. So I sat up there with the driver. I really felt special. I said it might have been the last spot, but I'm up here in the front seat with the driver with the best view in the house. So I
Mhm.
knew that spot was meant for me in order for me to start experiencing a different type of life and the life that I want to live. And it is a VIP type of life because
Mhm.
the enemy, if you have the low self-esteem, the self-doubt, any of those things that you mentioned when we first got started that you struggled with, being bullied, being teased, everything that made you feel like you needed other people's validation, acceptance, that all goes out the window when you start to say, Lord, I know I'm your daughter. And if I'm your daughter, I don't have to worry about being accepted by people. I don't have to go get their co-signment. They don't need to co-sign for me. I got your signature, and that's all that I need. And that's how I'm walking with Conversations with Selena right now. It's like I'm trying to spend time with God to see what do you want me to do, because I will not let somebody else come and sprinkle of water on it to try and
Yep.
put my flame out.
Yep.
You're not going to put my flame out by saying things like, well, maybe it's not meant to be, or maybe it's meant to be this, that, or the other. No, it's meant to be what God said it is. And I'm continuing to show up like I said that I would. And I'm holding on to the words that He's put forth planted the positive words, because I don't want the negativity. And so I just want to say I admire you. I'm very proud of you for what you're doing and how you're just showing up. Like, it is amazing. And you just continue to do what you're doing. And I can't wait to see what next year is going to be this time.
Oh yes, every round goes higher and higher. Every
Every
round
round
goes. It's
higher.
it's so hard to explain. Like when people ask, "What do you about the brunches?" It be so hard to explain. It's so hard to like put it into words of the experience in itself. It's like you just gotta come to experience. You just gotta come to experience. I can't really just explain to you, the transformation that happens in the hearts of women, in the hearts of God's daughters. So it'd be so hard to explain the brunch in itself. I just know that you just have to come to experience. You have to come and experience your worth. Come
Mhm.
and experience your worth, experience who you are in the kingdom, experience who you are in the sight of Christ. And it's going to be an amazing, 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 amazing weekend. I would hope that women do not miss out. I will hope that, because we have a lot of things that is going to be catered to the women. It's going to be catered to to the women who's going to be there. So I would hope that you do not miss out on this weekend of excellence, this weekend of elegance, this weekend of just all things top tier. So just
Here, top
top
shelf.
tier. Yes. See, I love nice things. I love royal things. I love like when it's time to register for anything, I want VIP. Like, I want with whatever package deal is the best. But it's not to knock anybody else who, finance, well, who may be in a financial burden or anything like that. It's just wherever your mindset is, that's where you're gonna be.
So, and just to piggyback off of that, um, none of this is ever to say that if you can't afford this versus that it's a negative thing, as long as you
Absolutely not.
can experience it. But if you miss it, make it a goal
Make
that
it go. Yeah.
maybe I missed this one, but by the time she comes around with the next one, I'm going to make sure that I have saved up, because we can do VIP. Every last person can do VIP if they just, let's see, I'm going to bypass Wendy's, because last night I was so proud of myself. I went to Wendy's, and because I had been in the house all day. I said, well, I'm just gonna go get me something to snack on. So I went to Wendy's and I was gonna get me a salad, but I wanted no meat. I haven't been eating meat since like August 1st. So I'm looking at the menu. This salad is chicken and blah blah blah. This salad is chicken and blah blah blah. This salad, chicken, blah blah blah. So I said, do you have a salad that doesn't have any meat? So she said, well, the taco salad, the meat is on the side. Well, that's not really what I wanted. Like, I wanted a full salad, but just eliminate the meat.
Mhm.
I said, thank you so much. I closed the door and I said, you know what? That's my cue to go home. And I was so happy that I did not spend $7 on a salad, because I have cucumber and I have spinach and whatever else in there probably that I need to make a salad, and the dressing. I just was trying to get out and go. So my point is that $7 plus tax, might as well say eight, rounded off to 10, $10 that I saved, that I could come home and put in a jar that says VIP experience, that I can put in a jar that says um Four Seasons Hotel, that I can put in a jar that says Hawaii savings. And now they make it so easy to travel. My friend said that she does some pay. I don't know if it's after pay, before pay, whatever, for pay, affirm pay. They got all these different things that she's going to Japan and Disney cruise and all these different things that she's doing based on a different method of paying. So getting the mindset of saying, I don't want this because I want that. I don't want Wendy's because I want VIP. I don't want cable TV because I want a Hawaii vacation. I want my children, if you have children, to experience a different life, especially when you come from a small town. It's like
Yes.
you have to move your kids and yourself into a different environment to see, wow, it's a totally different life. I've been over here living with a mindset of poverty, living
See,
with
yes.
a mindset of I can't do this. That's only for the rich and famous. And since I'm not rich and famous, I
Right.
can't, I'm not able to do VIP. Well, we're removing can't out of the vocabulary. The mindset is I can. If you say I can do all things through Christ, but then your behavior is like, and I'm gonna talk about me because if y'all know Sunshine behind the scenes, here go my transparent moment. I be questioning myself, am I gonna continue to do conversations with Selena? That's just I'm putting it out there. And if this is what I'm supposed to do, I need to go full force with it. Like just full force with it, no question, no asking anybody else, because I don't want anybody else to come at me like in any negative type of way. So our mindset and our actions have to line up in order for us to live the VIP, to speak the VIP, to be the VIP. It's got to line up. So what we say and what we're doing, they have to match.
Yes. 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 It definitely have to match. You just said like a mouthful. You said a mouthful.
Your mouth was on a girl.
You always say a mouthful. I'd be like once you finish talking, I'd be like, I don't even have nothing else to say behind it. I can't even say anything else. I mean, because you say it all, and it's like, every time you say something, I'd be like, I was thinking that same thing, or it'd be like vice versa. I think we feed off each other.
Oh, we definitely feed off one another.
I think we feed off each other. So yes, I'm just yeah. It's about really your mindset. Just because you came from a family of poverty, or you came from a small town or something like that, does not mean you can't think big. Sometimes we get so caught up in, oh, our family didn't have it, or we living in this small town that does not have anything or anything like that, that we cannot dream big, we cannot think big, we cannot have big things, we cannot have nice things. When I started traveling, and when I started like seeing other things and experiencing other things, it automatically changed my mindset. It automatically changed, my perspective on life and things like that. Like, oh, we gotta get out of this mediocre mindset. We gotta get out of this basic mindset, the mindset of familiarity. Exactly, you know what I mean. But cause we be so caught up and so we be thinking about where we come from, and we just so used to certain things that it blocks us from having a mindset of expansion. So that's where that's a good thing. Is really to check your mindset. How are you thinking? What is your mindset is like? And I had to, when I was coming into doing these brunches, God had to inform me and allow me to realize that everybody is not my assignment. My assignment is not everybody, so I know I'm not going to reach certain people. I know I'm not going to reach, everybody, because why? Because everybody is not my target. Everybody is not my assignment, so, I do these so that way, and I do these so that way, my assignment, I can capture my assignment, and we can, all expand together. But everybody is not your assignment.
Now you done said a mouthful. I'm gonna say that you said a mouthful with that one because we try to take on everybody's problems. Everybody that bring us their problems, we try to take it on. Everybody that tries to lay their burden on us, we try to take it on. And there's nothing wrong with listening, but what the problem is when you try to take it on as your burden, as your assignment, and then run with it. Well, let me just tell you something. If you two way down, tell me how you're gonna run. Tell me how you're gonna run if you got this person, this person, this person, this person, and every time you post an event, you got this one complaining about this and this one complaining
Right.
about this. Why did
Exactly.
you do it? It's like,
Exactly.
hold up, time out. Now,
Exactly.
if this is not for you, sweetheart, then this is not for you.
Not
Like,
for you.
there's nothing wrong with that, because just like you said, everybody is not your assignment. So the people that are supposed to be at this brunch, the people who are supposed to have an experience and then an encounter, will be there. They
Yes.
won't complain about anything. They'll actually call you and give you tips, testimonials, and things like that. They'll be like, "Oh, I love this, but next time maybe do this." And you're like, "Okay, I'm always open for suggestions, because I
Yes.
want my people to come back." And then they're
Yes.
going to see their testimonial, because they had what? A breakthrough. They had what? An encounter. They had what? An experience. They had what? An amazing time. And more importantly, they were able to have that time with God, that experience with God, but then they're connecting with other
Yes.
women.
Women.
They're expanding their sisterhood, their friends, because when you leave, you have a friend forever. Like, girl, you remember we started you last year this time, and you can just keep in touch with them. And so that's priceless, because that's what we're here for.
Yes. Yes. And be okay to know that everybody is not your assignment. Be okay to know that. Be okay to know that I'm not called for everybody. I'm not called to everybody. Be okay with that. Because whenever you are, if you feel like you're supposed to be called to everybody and everybody's your assignment, that's gonna weigh you down. That's gonna stress you out, because you're gonna have so many different personalities, so many different opinions. So many people saying you need to do it this way, you need to do it that way. It'd be okay with um believing and knowing that everybody is not for you. Everybody, it doesn't matter if it's family. It doesn't matter if it's friends. It doesn't matter if it's people that you know or people that know you, because sometimes we get so caught up in, such and such not supporting me, such and such, is such and such not supporting me or whatever. They supposed to be this, they supposed to be that. It's okay. It's okay, because everybody is not called to where you're going. And you have to realize too that, not just because, you're going somewhere does not mean that they're not going, but you just got to realize that sometimes our GPSs are down two different roads. Our our lives have two different destinations. So be okay with um believing and knowing that everybody cannot go where you're going.
That's right. That's right. Serenity, thank you so much. It was Women of Excellence. I can't believe I done said Women of Excellence retreat for like 2 months straight, and then drew a blank when it was time. That was the name of it, Women of Excellence. Thank you. And then Tamika said, perfectly said. Thank you so much. Y'all, I want to go ahead and say, tag 3 people. We do have a gift. We do have a gift to give away. This is from the shop. And so if you tag 3 people, and we'll go ahead and get that started. I think I may give away 2 gifts. So just go ahead and tag 3 people as we're continuing to have this conversation, because we'll be wrapping it up here soon. Because listen, we done said what needed to be said. Y'all don't want to miss out on the experience and the encounter. But I wanted to leave the gift giveaway to later in the episode, so that we wouldn't interrupt our flow, because we was flowing, girl. We was flowing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So just back to it. I am excited about having my ticket. I'm in there. I'm in, just like I said, and can't nobody kick me out, because I'm in.
And tickets are going already. They're going already. So if
And
I,
it's limited too. I'm just
yes,
gonna put it out there.
yes.
It's not like an unlimited amount of
Oh
tickets.
yeah, it's not an unlimited amount because I want to make it sure it's intimate. It's a limited amount, a limited admission, and it's also pre-sales only. So, it's not going to be okay. I'm going to just get my ticket there, or I'm going to pay when I get there. It's going to be pre-sales only because we have personalized things for the women. So it's going to be pre-sales only.
And there's nothing like personalized things. When you come up and I mean, it could be at the table, but you come up to the table or, you know, have a bag or whatever, because I don't know what you're doing. I'm talking of like previous retreats and things that I've been to. Your bag has your name on it. You open up the bag and there's something else in there with your name on it. You go sit at the table and there's your name. It just makes you feel so special because someone took out the time to personalize it with your name, because it's only going to be one Sunshine, one Selena, because you can't sit there because this is my spot, my spot, personally, um personalized for me. That's what I was trying to say, personalized for me. And so that's what you're paying for, the that intimate
Intimate experience. Yep.
experience. And so anyway, I'm excited. I can't wait. And this October what?
VIP night is October 7th. VIP night is October 7th, and that's the VIP Royal experience. And the brunch experience is October 8th. So if you get into the VIP room, the VIP automatically gives you a VIP seat to the brunch experience. Or if you just want to just come to the brunch experience, there are ticket sales just for the brunch experience that will be on October 8th. But if you want to come, accelerate your mind, accelerate a little bit, and have an accelerated weekend, come to the VIP experience, and that's going to get you a automatic VIP seat to the brunch experience on October 8th.
So this is on the flyer, so it's not a spoiler alert. The VIP is actually going to be in Pass Christian.
And Pastor Stan, yes,
The brunch is going to be in Slidell.
yes,
But like you said, just be clear that if you order the VIP, that gives you an automatic VIP seats at the brunch.
yes. And the VIP I think that's the Friday, October 7th, we'll be in Pass Christian, Mississippi. And what that we actually going to have a chauffeured ride, a chauffeured limousine ride to Pass Christian. Yes, to Pass Christian, Mississippi. And then they're going to take us to our location, and we have some things planned there. So I am excited about the VIP Royal experience. I'm telling you, you're going to be catered to. The women is going to be catered to that entire weekend, along with a transformational word coming from Lady Jessica that's going to be here with us in Slidell on October 8th. So yes, I'm ready for the experience. I'm ready for the glory experience. I'm so ready for the glory experience.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know if we had anybody. I may have said it too late. If there's no tags, then we will save this giveaway for the next episode of Conversations with Selena, and I'll be sure to say it in the very beginning. That's going to be Thursday. So Thursday night will be the next one that's scheduled, and that's going to be Miss Blossom. She has an amazing testimony to where she said that she was on drugs for like 17 years, and she's been off for about the same amount of years, I believe, but she's going to come and share her testimony with us, and I cannot wait for you to hear it. She Let me see, she says she's written 4 books. I'm just trying to remember some of her bio. She sent me the bio. So she was on drugs. Now she's an author. She's been clean. She's a mother of 3, but can't nobody tell it like she can tell it. So I cannot wait for her to come and share her testimony. And so just make sure that you sign up to be part of this experience. If you have any questions, please reach out to Miss Jalicia Richard, because you do not want to miss this particular brunch,
Yes.
VIP.
Yes. So
VIP
you can.
experience, brunch experience, femininity care. And there's the website right there for you to sign up, www.femininitycare. Be sure you spell it right, because I didn't think it was working right, but it's like 3 I's and 2 N's. And, it's like, wait a minute. So make
Yes.
sure that you spell it correctly. Otherwise, you will receive an error message. But femininitycare.com to go and register for the VIP experience or the brunch, or both of them. If you sign up for VIP, then you get both of them. So don't let this opportunity pass you by, because I promise you, if you do, you're going to wish that you would have, because you're going to see the pictures, the testimonials, because she gets them in her email. People come back and say, I cannot wait for the next one.
Yes.
I thought, did you have a testimonial?
Yeah, I have a testimonial. I had actually just had a testimonial from the last one. When I tell you the last one was phenomenal, like the glory of God, the presence of God really moved. And I want to shout out to Lady Kalisha Gatlin. God used her in a mighty special way to impart and to speak into the hearts of the women that was there at the last one. And one of the testimonies, I had a testimonial from someone that had said that their life had been changed from the last one, that God had really been dealing with her since the last brunch. And when she left, she thought she had lost, she had thought she had lost her connection, with God, but by her coming to the brunch, that brought her connection back together and closer than ever with God. And I had another another individual that had said that they were suffering with suicidal thoughts before they had even came to the brunch. And when they came to the brunch, our speaker, Lady Kalisha, had prophesied and spoke some words into her, and like those thoughts had automatically went away. So we have people who came from, having suicidal thoughts to having a life of transformation. So there are different testimonials from different women, from the different encounters that these women have. Like, this is a piece of me, this is my heart, and my heart behind it is for women to receive healing, women to receive restoration, women to, receive the glory of God, to remind them of, I am who I am because of God, and know their worth in the kingdom. It's not all about, yes, we're going to be catered to with the different royal festivities and the different royal decor and the gourmet lunch and things like that. But to be the main part of it is for women's heart to be open and to receive who they are and to remind them of who they are in Christ Jesus. So I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited too, because I heard you say that the lady felt like she had lost her connection. And I don't even know if I said this on the live, but I really had to try and disconnect yesterday. I turned my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm sorry I missed like 3 of your phone calls. I'm like, oh my God, I did not know until like midnight or something that you have been trying to reach out, because normally my phone stays on. But I knew that I needed to disconnect. And then if you put yourself in this environment, it's a way to disconnect from certain things and certain people and certain mindsets, and connect with certain people, certain things, and certain mindsets, and reconnect to the source. Like, we have to reconnect to the
Yeah,
source.
yeah,
Like, it's not about the experience, but at the same time, it is about the experience, because we've thought of ourselves in such a lowly
a
place
lovely place.
long that you have to feed people different things. You're feeding their physical man, their spiritual man.
Spiritual.
It's more to it than just that. And we want to be royalty from the inside out,
Wow.
not just
Yeah.
looking the part, but being the part from the inside out. And so I really did. And I said that I was gonna come live, and then I was going to disconnect again because I want to get into that place. Like I was speaking on a couple people's platform, and then I have a couple upcoming engagements to speak. And I was like, what we talking about, God? What am I supposed to be saying? Because he's like, well, you asking for this stuff. You better come up with something. You better get somewhere and be quiet so that you can hear what I'm trying to tell you that you need to say. Because I could say, talk on the same topic and that you may have talked on, but it
Right.
comes, the message is delivered completely differently than your message because your audience is different than my audience. Your assignment is different than mine. But either way, we all can I say all? Can you say all? We
Yes.
all have an assignment. And so we're here today to encourage you to get before God, find out what your assignment is, and get to work. And if you need cheerleaders, we can be your cheer. Aren't we some cheerleaders, girl? We the best
Oh,
cheerleaders.
oh yes.
Are the best cheerleaders. If you say you can do it, we say yes, you can. And
Yes.
so that's who I want to be connected with, people that believe in me, and I want to be believing in you, and we're all gonna win because we are what? Royalty.
Loyalty.
Come October 7th and 8th, and just be treated just like that. A
Yes.
daughter of the king, and know that you don't want to miss your spot. You snooze, you lose, like Sunshine. I was brokenhearted. Y'all can ask Jaleesa. I'm not making this up. Didn't I call you like, what?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Look, I was like, you were supposed to keep my spot. I was, girl, no, you were
Yes.
supposed to sign up just like everybody else and not act like my event was not important. I'm like, oh, girl, no, that was not my heart at all. I just thought I told you, so I was good to go. But no, that is not enough. If you told her you was going to attend, you better run on over there to the website and get your ticket so that
Mhm.
you don't miss out on this experience and this encounter.
Yes,
Woo,
ma'am.
child. All right. Well, listen, y'all come back. Be here with me on Thursday at 7 o'clock for Miss Blossom. I would say her last name, but it's not coming to me right now. Y'all, listen, let me show y'all this right here. I call myself getting me some little note cards like the people on TV have. Look at what's on it.
Yes.
They blank.
Nothing.
But sunshine just rolls with it. I say, Lord, you just take over, and but I do need to put me a few little notes down so when it's time to say what I need to say, I have it right in front of me. But Miss Blossom, that's all you need to know is her by Blossom. Um,
That's a nice name. That's a pretty name. I like that.
yes, and her
I
testimony.
love it. I
God,
love it.
try to come back and hear her testimony. She was on Creflo. She was on Creflo Dollar. She sent me that interview. And also she sent me some other interviews. She's been all over the place. And like I said, she has 4 books. And I'm gonna do a flyer today. Or I might have Vinny do me another flyer. Vinny did your flyer. Woo woo. Shout
I
out.
see that. That was nice. That was really nice.
She did my flyer.
Yes.
I gave her a shout out at the very beginning on the video. Thank you so much. I mean, time is everything. So if you can have people that's connected to you that has expertise that you can just reach
She
out, call,
is
consider
amazing.
yourself blessed.
She is amazing. She is amazing.
Probably did it like at the blink of an eye. I'm gonna sit over here for probably 45 minutes trying to do mine. She did it in probably 15. So
Wow.
I'm just thankful that I reached out to her and she did it quickly for me. So I'm so thankful to be connected to people who want to see me win and that are willing to help because time is everything. Time is so precious. That's one of the things that you cannot get back. So please, you know, respect your time. You know, we're supposed to guard our hearts and our minds and everything. Guard your time as well. Make sure that you're guarding your time and doing exactly what you're supposed to do in the allotted time every day. And I'm talking to me before it goes to anybody else. It's falling on my ears first. And you can best believe my time is now being protected along with my peace, along with my mindset, along with my everything. We have to stand guard and watchful and prayerful. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yes. Yes.
Well, my beautiful friend, thank you for coming on Conversations with Selena and being a super, super special person who has a heart after God and for his people. And thank you for sharing. You know, it's hard to be transparent sometimes and let people know where this stemmed from. And you let us know that it came from a place of where you lacked, which is where most people's ministries come from where they were hurting. That's where their ministry is birthed from, because it's like, I don't want anyone else to have to go through what I went through. And if I can help them overcome it, that's what I want to do. And so thank you for sharing that part of how Manners to Grace came about, how these brunches have evolved and become a royalty experience for the women. And I can't wait. You got to promise me that you'll come back after the fact so we can have a conversation of what had happened. Girl, what had happened was
Yes.
grab me some pictures, and then I'm gonna do a video, and we're gonna just show the world what you're doing.
Mhm.
Like, you're traveling the country, but you're going to travel the world before it's over with, hosting these brunches and helping other people coordinate their brunches. And it's just gonna be, before you know it, girl, you're gonna you're gonna be telling everybody else how to do their brunches. It's gonna be more of a how to, because this is what God showed me to do, and I'm here to help you do the same thing at your local church or at your event or whatever it is. That's what you're gonna be doing. And I'm not even a prophet, but I'm just believing that it's about to be not just the country that you're traveling, but the world that you're going to be traveling. And I'm speaking the same thing for me. I want to
Yes.
be
Yes.
wide and international.
Yes. Yes.
We
Speak
can just
those things which be not. Speak
speak it
those
out.
things. Yep.
And
Speak
that means
those things.
you can't speak it and not
You,
do anything. You
you
got
gotta
to
be consistent.
and continue to work. So that's what we're
Yep.
going to do. And I'm going to let you go because I know you've been out all day. And I mean, we timed this perfectly, didn't we? 3:30 was the perfect time.
Yes.
Earlier would have been too early.
Yes. Yes.
Later you would have been somewhere probably snoozing. But all right, well, we're about to
Thank you
close
so
out.
much.
Thank you, thank you. You know I love you and
I love you too.
appreciate you. And nobody knows our whole history. We're gonna have to come back and do a
I
Q&A
know.
of our history together. And
Yeah.
so make sure you tell everyone I said hello. Y'all come back Thursday for another episode of Conversations with Selena right here at 7 o'clock Central Time. Miss Blossom is going to come and share her amazing testimony. So I look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, go out and share a smile and spread some sunshine. Mwah. Bye, y'all.